All right, I've tweeted us out.
Okay. Let's make sure everything looks righteous. Pull up.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 282. My name is Harrison. I'm joined by my brother Nick. As always, Nick, how you doing, buddy?
What's up? I'm doing great.
Hell yeah.
Fun. It's gonna be a fun show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very fun show. We always took the last week off. We're gonna talk briefly about some of the news that happened over last week, mainly the Xbox Game Pass stuff, because I definitely want to get your opinion and talk about that. But yeah, a lot of stuff to dive into. Pokemon. Huge Pokemon show this week with all the. It was already going to be kind of big. I already wanted to talk about kind of our thoughts on Pokemon ZA coming out this week, what our kind of hype levels are. But then obviously we got all the Terra leaks today that just have been popping off. So we'll definitely talk about that stuff and give our opinions on all that information, because it is a lot. But before we dive into what we've been playing, Nick, how was your week, buddy?
It was good. Went to the mountains this weekend for like a little baby moon with my wife. So that was a lot of fun. Relaxed. Did a little bit of hiking.
Nice.
Ate some good food and had a great time.
What'd you eat? Did you grill out? Did you all go to a restaurant?
Mainly restaurants. Actually, yeah, all restaurants. Went to this really good Italian place.
Hell yeah.
Just delicious. I had some good wine.
Ooh.
Then went to this like southern, like kind of like comfort food American place.
Yeah.
Got to like hanger steak with chimichurri sauce. It was
nice.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But how about you? It's been a while since we've
it's been a while.
You went down to Florida.
Yeah, I had an absolute me and my wife had an absolute blast in Florida. It was mainly kind of a part of our anniversary. And then we went and saw the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chiefs game. We had incredible weekend. It was pretty jam packed. Like we drove down there, left probably around like 6 a.m. And then once we got to the hotel, I took a little bit of a nap. We both took a little bit of a nap, and then we went and saw Alex Warren. That was also, I guess I didn't realize it when I booked the ticket, but it was inside the Jacksonville, or it was like the amphitheater connected to the stadium. So that was awesome. We kind of got to go in the stadium, get an idea of like where everything kind of was. We got to walk into like their box that's like right behind one of the field goals. So we were super close to the field. So I took a bunch of pictures. Nice. And then we got a couple beers, ate some nachos, and then we went and saw Alex Warren. He was awesome, incredible show.
Oh yeah.
And then we walked down to like a little bar, got some food, and then went back to the hotel and just kind of chilled. And then Saturday, or no, that was Saturday when we went down. And then Sunday, we got up, got ready, found like this little kind of pub, drank some beers, had a little lunch, watched all the football games, watched my Panthers absolutely dominate. Not really. They actually came back 17-0, but ended up winning, beating the Dolphins, which was awesome because it's like, in Florida.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. And then we went and saw the Taylor Swift movie, the listening party.
Okay.
That was super awesome. Tons of people there.
Did
We were
everyone already know the songs? I'm assuming
pretty
so.
much, yeah. I mean, we kind of already knew them. We listened to it, a bunch of it on the way there. But it was basically you didn't see this, right?
No.
Okay, so basically the whole. I mean, it was the countdown of all 12 of the tracks, and there was just a music video, not music video, like a lyric video. I mean, it had Taylor like posing and a bunch of different scenes. But the main theme of it was the music video for the Fate of Ophelia, and it was like the kind of the behind the scenes stuff of like how they made the music video, which is really
Yeah.
cool. I always kind of appreciate stuff like that. And then at the very end, they showed the entire music video, which was really cool. And after that, we went back to the hotel, and then Ubered to some like random dive bar that we found,
Mhm.
and then watched Sunday night's game. I haven't like I usually never like drink on Sundays just because like I like to be refreshed, and ready to go for Mondays.
Yeah,
But
going clean, yeah.
it's been a very long time since I've been kind of bar hopping on a Sunday watching football all day long. So that was just awesome.
Nice.
And then Monday we obviously got up and ate breakfast and stuff, and then got down to the stadium. We got there super super early just because we didn't want to. We Ubered, but um, we didn't want to get there later and like there be a tons of traffic. So we ended up Ubering to the stadium, kind of walked around the parking lot a little bit, asked if we can go in, but it was just a little bit too early. So we walked down, and there was this bar that was blaring the new Taylor Swift. So we're like, all right, well, we know what y'all are doing, so let's go.
It's the siren call.
It was really cool because like obviously it's a Jacksonville bar, right? Um, but it's so close to the stadium that I guess whenever they have games, they always do like dual banners and stuff. So they had a ton
Yeah.
of Chief stuff, ton of Jaguar stuff. Um, so many Chiefs people. It was awesome.
I mean, I bet, yeah.
They travel very very well. So we ended up getting a little bit of lunch there. Just so many beers all that day. We had so many beers.
Sounds like all weekend. You had
Yeah,
some
pretty
beers.
much. Yeah, then obviously went to the game. Awesome game, incredible experience. Yeah, and then went back to that same bar, and it was fucking lit. I mean,
'Cause
it
they
was
won, right?
yeah, they won. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
it was.
Pretty litty.
But I mean, there were still like Chiefs people there and stuff. Like it was super litty. I was like, I think it's Monday, and well, we don't got to work, but like, what are y'all? There's so many people.
Yes.
So yeah, really cool time. That drive back definitely sucked for sure. But yeah, we had a blast.
Hell yeah. I'm glad it was awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
W
All right, let's. Oh, good.
Before we get in, I gotta hear what's Brittany's review of the new Taylor Swift album?
So she was kind of on the fence at first. I liked it like immediately. Like I was like, man, this is cool. But once we went to the movie theater and saw it and kind of got the breakdown and stuff, like it definitely grew on her. So
Okay. So more
yeah,
of a
I guess she
grow.
was expecting more of like 1989, like more upbeat kind of stuff.
That's what I was hoping for too.
So there's definitely like some more of the moodier tracks, but
Yeah.
but the
I
ones that
think it
hit, I
starts
think
really
are
strong. Yeah.
yeah, the ones that hit are I think are pretty strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then update on our ducks. We are officially started to lay eggs. We've had one egg a day for the last 5 days now. So
Dang.
we're up to 5 eggs. We actually cooked up some earlier and ate them.
How were they?
It was good. Tastes like duck eggs or tastes like chicken eggs. They're
Yeah.
just they're a little bit. So we've had one that was like double a chicken egg, and the other ones have been kind of same size of a chicken egg. But I
Okay.
guess that's the kind of the first. They're gonna once I start laying them and getting and producing them more, they'll probably be a little bit bigger. But cracking into them, like the membrane is a little bit thicker than a chicken egg. So like I would crack it and then I'd have to like stick my finger through it to actually break the membrane.
Okay.
And then when it comes out, it's just a normal, normal colored.
Yeah.
Sick. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, well, let's dive into what we've been playing. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with Chronos because you said you just
Okay.
finished that.
Yeah.
Last weekend and the weekend before that.
Yeah, I love this game. It's I think it's a really, really good survival horror experience. Not my favorite out of like the most recent ones, but I still think it's very, very good. Definitely has performance issues, specifically on the Switch too. Been
Yeah.
playing it pretty much the whole thing. Actually, I don't think I played it once handheld. Um, but really, really enjoyed the story. Really enjoyed the enemy encounters. There's definitely missable weapons, but I think I got all of them. So like I definitely took my time and when I
Mhm.
was kind of traveling throughout the environments. Yeah, I think it's a really, really solid survival horror game. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's like a very solid like 8 out of 10
Yeah, yep,
horror game. Like
I think
nothing
so.
amazing. It doesn't, do anything specific to stand out, but everything it does really well.
Yeah,
And I think that's pretty awesome.
yeah, yeah,
It does what it does.
yeah.
Doesn't try
I
to
I
be
think
anything
they're
else.
I think they're gonna make a sequel to it, which is cool. I mean, it
That's
definitely
great.
ends in a way that there could be a potentially be a sequel. So yeah,
Yeah.
really, really enjoyed the story. Really enjoyed what they did with it. Um, yeah, had some cool enemy encounters, enemy designs. Lots of variety of enemies as well. Like there's a
Yeah.
decent amount. With some of the kind of the beginning is a little bit more of the same enemy wise, but then once you kind of get um once the story starts to really unfold is where like the enemy designs kind of change and you get a little bit more variety. But
You see
yeah,
like the wall crawlers and they're like bigger guys, right? That explode, I think.
yeah, you have like you have like you have the wall crawlers, you have like the babies, which I thought was kind of a cool like twist when they show that happen for the first time.
Yeah.
Because you see them, and I guess you don't think about it, and then there's like once you get to the hospital, it's like, oh, those are kids. Okay, very, very Dead Spacey in that way.
Yeah, those are kind of freaky.
Yeah,
I It's so funny. This game has so many parallels with Silent Hill 2 remake, which
yeah,
obviously was done by Bloober Team as well. So I feel like they were inspired because you have the apartment section, you have the
yeah.
hospital as
That's what I
well.
was. That was what I was thinking. It was kind of. It's like a blend of Silent Hill 2 and Dead Space design wise.
Yeah, and then you have I guess the mechanic of going into a different. Well, I guess Silent Hill 2, you're kind of like going into a different version of that world after each
Yeah,
level, and then you go back. Whereas in this one, you kind of go to a different time period, and it's like,
yeah.
okay,
It's
this
really cool.
level
It's yeah.
changed.
I'd highly recommend it. If you're a survival horror enthusiast like we are,
Yeah,
it's really really good. And if it's if you're waiting to play it, catch it on like on sale or something, I'm sure it'll go on sale relatively soon. But yeah, it's it's really good. And the
nice.
only the only like gripe I have is like the melee combat just sucks. Like it's
It's just
almost
not good.
useless.
Yeah, melee combat's just pretty useless
Which
overall.
I mean, it does say in the notes, like in the loading text, it's like if you run out of ammo or like melee is an option, but it's not a good one. Like they
Yeah.
pretty much they say that like somewhere in the text. So
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit better, or you got some sort of like melee weapon or something that could be a little bit more effective, or you could upgrade your melee attack and your stomp attack. But other than that, I think it's a really solid game. I don't think I ever burned in enemies when they were sitting on like laying on the ground. I think probably did it once or twice, but I usually just kind of rolled with the punches.
Yeah, because especially near the end of the game, like, it gets to a point where there are so many enemies on the ground, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
almost
easy to
like
kill an enemy while they're merging,
yeah,
so it's not like it's a big deal. Like, hmm, I would, like, drop the pyro a lot and, like, try to just burn a bunch of enemies around me that were still alive, but I
yeah,
wasn't trying to get the dead ones necessarily. I mean,
yeah,
either way, it's a cool mechanic. I'm
yeah,
glad that that mechanic was in the game because it did add some intensity having the enemies merge or,
yeah.
try to right
Try
before
to, yeah.
pop them off. But
So yeah, definitely recommend that game.
yeah,
Um,
just real quick, do you mind if I dive into Silent Hill F? Speaking of
yeah,
survival
please.
horror, so I think last time we had our podcast, which was a few weeks ago, I wasn't super high on it. Didn't love the combat. I think yeah, that was my main gripe. Combat
Yeah,
sucked. A few days after that podcast, played a bit more of it, played a bit more, and then it started to click. I unlocked a specific mechanic in like the shrine. There's like two worlds. There's like the main world in Japan, and then there's this like shrine dark world essentially.
Yeah.
And you unlock a specific mechanic in that dark world that enhanced the combat for me, at least on that side of the game. And then, for like the main, I call it the main portion of the game. Um, just kind of progressing and unlocking not new skills, but like increasing your like power and your abilities, like that just kind of helped the game for me. Like it made the combat a little bit more manageable, or at least a little bit more fun. And then the story really picks up near the end, and
Okay.
it ends in a really titillating way where
Hmm.
you kind of have to play through it again to
Okay.
fully understand it. And I think you have to like really play through it 3 times. And I'm like halfway through my second playthrough, and like the
Do
dialogue and stuff
you
is already different.
you don't have to like spoil anything, but do you get any sort of like weapon or anything to incentivize you to play through again, like kind of like they do in Silent Hill 2?
So
Makes it a little bit easier.
you can, but you have to go through like a sequence of things to unlock it, and I have not
Okay.
unlocked it yet. But you do unlock, I would say, an equivalent to like the chainsaw from
Okay.
Silent Hill
Cool.
2,
Cool.
but it's like it takes like most of the second playthrough to unlock. So it's not like
Oh,
you get it
okay.
like immediately on New Game Plus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does it
but
is it carry over like the abilities that you've unlocked? Does that carry over?
they do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all
Cool.
that stuff
Okay.
carries over.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And the New
Well,
Game
good.
Plus is really cool. Like you get different like it's kind of the same scenes, but you get different dialogue in the scenes. Like the characters are kind of saying different things. It's a little bit more uncanny. Things are starting to make sense. Characters that you thought were good start to seem like, maybe they don't have your best interest in mind.
Okay.
So it
Kinda
like,
like I kinda like when games do that where it's, like,
yeah,
really incentive. Because I mean, most of the time, like, if you do a new game plus, you're in it for, like, maybe getting the achievement or something like that or,
right.
whatever. I think it's really cool when games do stuff like that.
Yeah, and like, it definitely makes me want to play through it because just the ending of the game, like, kind of made me just go like, what the hell, dude? Like, what am
Does it end, like, abruptly?
No, there's build up to the ending,
Okay.
and there's like there are payoffs in the first playthrough. It's not like nothing pays off and you're
Right.
left with more questions, but it does leave you with like still like what is actually going on.
How long did it take you to finish it?
Like 10 hours?
Okay, so, like, significantly less than Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And I can see that being much shorter
Yeah.
on the second playthrough because a lot of the enemies realistically you can just run through.
Yeah.
And I did not do that on my first playthrough. But
See, and that's what I heard because I was just kind of looking at reviews and stuff like after you had talked about it and you weren't very high on it because I was like, man, like I still haven't picked it up yet, but I do want to. And I was kind of looking at it, and a lot of people were saying that it's best just to kind of run through most of the enemy encounters that you can. I know there's probably some that you
yeah.
just physically can't, but um, so okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
like
glad it turned around for
there's
you.
some but it definitely turned around. Yeah. I was rocking like a 6 out of 10
Yeah, you weren't you weren't you
2
weren't
weeks
you weren't
ago.
very high on it.
I wasn't very high on it, and now I'm up to like an 8 out of 10.
Okay. So,
So,
like, now, I mean, obviously, we don't have a ton of experience with Silent Hill games, like, comparing this to 2, um, scare-wise, 'cause that's kind of the big importance in this game. What are we thinking? What are you thinking here?
s scare-wise, still less impactful than 2.
Okay.
I think 2 is like hands down like the
2 is
one of
scary,
the
man.
scarier games
Yeah.
I've played. Like I thinking back to the prison section, um like even the labyrinth section was pretty scary. Like God, like every level was pretty scary. Like even the apartments, like kind of the first area
Yeah.
that you go through. Like I went through that area so slow,
Oh my
man.
god, yeah.
Just
That's probably why it took me so long to beat because I think I cleared in, like, 18 hours, but I was just very,
yeah,
very,
very
very
methodical. Because
methodical because like, you have to get which is very similar to Chronos. Like you are there are some points like towards the end of Chronos, like I was very stacked. Like I had so much ammo.
Yeah.
And I realized that um a lot of times if I have the extra funds, I should just go ahead and buy some ammo, extra ammo just to have it.
Mhm.
So by the end, like I was pretty stacked. But yeah, in Silent Hill 2 specifically, yeah, like it's very much a survival horror game. Like you have to search for ammo,
Yeah,
otherwise you're gonna
and
be fucked.
there's freaking mannequins that were everywhere.
Yeah,
Getting jump scared by those constantly.
yeah, yeah. That's the only time like I actually enjoyed the controller making a sound because you just know that
Mhm.
something's around, and 9 times out of 10 it's the mannequins that just go straight up and they're just like literally
Yeah.
hiding behind like a dresser or something. I'm like, God, like that
It
one.
got funny towards the end, but
Yeah, it did because you could like because once you get used to it, you can kind of like peek around the corner, like I see you there.
there you are, you little son of a bitch. Yeah, so Silent Hill F definitely not as scary
Okay,
as 2, but there are some moments like where, you're running away from enemies, like it's one of those like
yeah,
scripted running
but
sequences
still
and
like effective.
still effective.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I definitely plan on picking it up this month, to play during Halloween. Um, Silk Song. I don't think I've played since. I haven't finished the game. I think I got past those 2 encounters and like I just needed a break mentally,
But you
physically.
you you rolled credits,
No,
right?
I didn't beat the last. I didn't beat the last boss. I attempted it one
Oh, you
time,
didn't.
and then I was like, you know what? I'm taking a break, and I switched over to Chronos. Um, so I'll definitely go back. I just mentally, I just needed a break. I was
It's mentally
so
exhausted.
exhausted with that game. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely go back to it. But Nick, tell me about Mario Galaxy 2, and then we'll wrap it up with Hades.
So I've played like an hour and a half of Galaxy 2, and I never played it back on the Wii. I'd only played Galaxy 1, and then of
Same, yeah.
course I replayed Galaxy 1 in 2020 when the collection came out. Um, I mean, so far it's a really great. Like it's definitely more Galaxy, but this time you, at least in some of the levels, you have Yoshi as your counterpart, and that adds some complexity to the game. Um, I
Do
mean,
you get Yoshi
visually,
pretty quickly?
yeah, like within the first 2 levels,
Oh wow, okay.
you get Yoshi, and you don't like get him permanently. It's just kind of
Some
level
levels,
specific.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, visually, the game looks beautiful in 4K. Like, yeah, looks pretty good. Like some of the textures are like it looks like an up-resed Wii game. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
for
lie to
sure.
you. Like, yeah, but it looks like a 4K Wii game. So, they
It definitely
obviously
was. It definitely doesn't sound like it was the kind of the care that Prime got, right?
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, definitely not. But
Okay.
it still looks good. I mean, yeah, looks good and runs really great too. It runs at a solid 60. So
Cool.
no complaints there.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, it's more level based than Galaxy One. Like it's kind of like a 3D world where you're just there's an overworld map essentially, and you're going from level to level. It's not like
Okay.
Galaxy One where you go into the observatory and select
Oh, okay.
the star
Interesting.
map. Yeah, like you still have a hub world, and it's just this floating planet of Mario's head,
So
and you can kind of run
is it
around that.
quicker? Because like I will say like with Galaxy, like going into like the observatory, then you have to go into the galaxy and then click. It's just a lot of like very slow to just
Yeah,
to get into a level. This is way
it's quicker.
quicker than that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like you still have to like if you get a star in a level and there's two or three stars available, you still have to restart it because sometimes the level can change depending on what star you select.
Right.
Similar
Right.
to what Sunshine did that.
Every other Mario game basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Except for Odyssey.
Yeah, Odyssey, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there's still that to it, which does like take a while to cycle back through. I wish there was an option to when you finish a level, it gives you like a selection of like, hey, do you want to like immediately move on to the next star instead of having to go back to your hub world and then select it again. I just
Okay,
wish there was that kind of like streamlined mechanic, but it
yeah,
really
that
doesn't take too much time, so I can't
okay,
complain too much.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about Hades 2. Nick, how far are you into? I know you last time
Shoot.
we talked, you had finished underworld area.
Yeah. I've finished the underworld like 4 more times. I'm like 25 to 30 hours in. I still have not completed the surface. I've gotten to the final boss, and it's just really hard. It's way harder than the
Okay.
underworld, in my opinion. But I'm having a total blast with it. Like
Okay.
even though I'm dying at the like I've gotten to the final boss like 2 or 3 times, and died, and never too frustrating
Yeah.
because you can always see how a run is going to play out like halfway through. You're like, I'm not necessarily getting the boons that I want.
Yeah.
You know, my boons aren't synergizing the way I want them to, and like you can always change that, of course. Like you can, uh, there's always a chance to turn a run around, but
It's tough.
sometimes
It's
it's
tough.
just yeah, it's just kind of a lost cause.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm absolutely loving this. I'm like this could definitely be in my top 3 this
Same.
year. Like, man, top 3 is looking stacked.
Yeah. It's like it's like every other week. It's like, all right, this could be my top 3. It's like, okay, when like, I don't know if it's gonna be the
You
top
can only
3.
have 3 in the top
Yeah,
3.
I can only have 3. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I really, really like this game a lot. Definitely, it's definitely clicked more in this game than it did in the original one.
Mhm.
I was kind of getting to that point a little bit, where I get with roguelikes, but then I unlocked the ability to upgrade your weapons.
There you go.
And then I was like, okay, I was like, there's got to be something more than just boons, and then I found out you could do that, and I did that. And obviously, like I think the biggest focus is like the cards, the Arcana cards, and using your psyche to unlock and be able to hold more at a time and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like it. I still haven't beaten. I think the farthest I've gotten in the underworld is to Cerberus, and I died. I got there one time. I did
Okay.
that last night and died. Um, and then I did the incantation to be able to go to the surface world, and I beat the ogre, I think, and
Mhm.
then made it past the ships, and then I think I died. Or is yeah, Cerberus is below, right?
Yeah, services underworld.
I think I ended up dying to some enemies after the ship sequence
Okay.
at some point. So didn't make it super far on the surface world. But yeah, I really like this game. It's cool.
Nice.
A lot of systems,
It's a
so many
lot of
systems.
systems. Have you like increased your Death Defiance quantity up to the max yet?
Is that so? Is that the Arcana one?
Yeah, it's one of the cards. Like you can, if you die, you come back to life.
Yeah,
And you
I've
can,
got that one. I didn't know can you upgrade the Arcana cards?
yeah.
Oh, see, I haven't unlocked that yet.
Oh, it might be an incantation that you have to do, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you can
probably
upgrade
is.
them, and you should look into that next time you boot up the
Okay.
game because you can increase the amount of lives you have.
Well, I've got I got that one on, and then I've got the trinkets or whatever
Yeah, yeah.
the ones that you can equip. So I've got one where it's like if your health goes to 0, you go up to like how many points it like I think I've got that one maxed up, leveled up to the max. So
Mhm.
I've definitely got some of that stuff on there, but
But yeah, you
so
should upgrade the Death Defiance because you can get up to 3 additional, I guess, or up to 2 additional lives
oh,
with that.
okay, that's
So
huge.
I mean, once I got that leveled up, I think that's when I was able to actually beat the game.
Now, and I'll say right now, like I can definitely beat Hecate, the witch.
Mhm.
I can definitely beat her first try for sure, but the sirens are still a struggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's hard about him?
Um, nothing particular. Like I know their move set. It's just I don't. I end up. I just die. Just take too much damage.
Do you go for the drummer first?
Um, probably yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I will say like I'm just kind of been experimenting with the weapons. I did upgrade the skulls, the ones that you fly out, and I had a really great run with them last night where I had like the scorch on them, so they did fire damage, and then I had them where they automatically came back to you. and that was like huge. Oh my god, it was so good.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, there's a boon that you can get, or some sort of boon that you can get, where it'll automatically come, and then it's like, and then I got several more boons or upgrades where it would shoot out even faster. So it was just like, it was awesome.
Should I play with the skulls? Because I've only done like
See,
one run with them.
I tried them one time and I was like, I like this, but I don't like having to retrieve them.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of a pain. But yeah, when I did that one, because I saw that I could upgrade them, so I was like, let me just upgrade them. And it was one of the ones that was chosen for the what's like when they're like highlighted red, like it gives you extra ash or something like that. I'm not quite sure
Oh
what that
yeah,
is.
yeah. It gives you extra of the purple stuff.
Yeah.
Each
So
fruit.
it was like already highlighted in that, and then I had the upgrade. So I was like, let me just upgrade and see what happens.
So the upgrade was like you do it
Well,
before you
the
start.
upgrade did more damage per skull, and then when I did the run, I found a boon
that
that
returns them.
returns them to you, and I was like, this is huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to do a run with those.
Yeah.
Another run with those.
Yeah, that ended up being, if again, it's all run related, and if you don't get that boon, I don't know how good those things actually are. But yeah, in that specific run, like I was like, I was feeling it. I was like, this might be the run. Obviously it wasn't, but
it's always the one you least expect. Like
yeah,
going in with a weapon you don't like, and it just ends up working out.
yeah, it's cool. It's kind of similar with like the dual wield like mage things where like you shoot the fire out.
Yeah.
Like I don't love those. I haven't gone through a run with those where I've like really enjoyed it. But
I like those.
Yeah.
I like those. I like obviously the dual blades.
Yeah, those are cool.
And then the staff, like I think that's the weapon you start out with. I really like that one. And I like the axe too. Axe is also great.
Yeah. A little slow, but it can do
There's
a lot
an
of
upgrade.
damage.
There's like a different version of it you can unlock.
Okay. Yeah. So I haven't upgraded that one yet.
Yeah.
That's cool. So yeah, I really like this game. Definitely gonna stick with it. But yeah, it was definitely one point last night. Like I think it was after I beat Cerberus, or after I died to Cerberus the first time. I was like, had that thought where I was like, do I really want to keep going?
No.
And then I kept going.
Good.
So yeah. Really like this game. Don't know where it's gonna land for me. You like roguelikes a little bit more than I do.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it's landing right now, but like it a lot more than Hades 1, and really enjoying the story, really enjoying the characters. It's cool. It's really good.
Nice.
And it's fast too. Like as soon as you boot it up on the Switch too, like it gets you to the pause or it gets you to the start menu immediately, and you're just in it. Like it's so fast.
Yeah, it's really snappy.
All right, well, let's dive over into the news. But Nick, I want to present a topic to you. Obviously we have had a lot to say about Pokemon in the recent years. Arceus, I think, was kind of the highlight.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You can polish a turd and make it look shiny. It was a solid game. It still wasn't. It was one of my favorite Pokemon games in a long time. But Pokemon has been so mediocre that looking back on it, to me, I think I maybe gave it a little bit more praise than I probably should have. But again, it's just Pokemon's been so bad. In recent years that it was but it was still a really fun game. But
I think the mechanics were great.
Yeah.
I think like everything mechanically was really sound. It was just
performance
graphically
performance
issues.
Not great.
Like even the animations weren't good.
Yeah.
Like some of that felt underbaked. But
yeah, story of Pokemon just very underbaked.
Right.
Got solid mechanics for the most part, but just extremely underbaked.
Yeah.
But that's in the past, Nick. We've got ZA coming out this week. I assume reviews are dropping tomorrow or Wednesday because the game comes out on Thursday. What are your hype levels? Is this the day one? Are you waiting for reviews? What kind of do a check-in?
Hype level probably like sitting around a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
I mean, just being honest, like I kind of
Yeah.
forgot it was coming out this week, and to this point, I haven't loved like the setting of it all just taking place in Lumio City. Like it
Yeah.
kind of looks bland, and the combat looks pretty great. Like I like the what is it? Not live action, but is it live action? I mean, I guess
Like real
like
time.
active. Yeah, sorry, real time. Yes, real
Yeah.
time combat system, like similar to a Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it, but I can't get over the fact that this game just looked bad visually.
Yeah.
Even on the Switch too, it just doesn't look very great. And I
Yeah.
can't get past that. And maybe that will change if the reviews are really good. And by really good, I mean like higher than an 85.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time,
$70
am,
game too.
yeah,
$70 $70
am I
Pokemon
really
game.
going to enjoy it that much? Even if reviewers are enjoying it and are praising the combat system and mechanics and that kind of stuff. Like, I just don't know if I want to be in this world. Like, I don't know if I want to be in Lumio City.
Yeah, and I think when they announced that, I was like, man, like I don't remember loving X and Y that much. Like I think that was kind of the start of where like I was like I'm not feeling the art style. And I think that was the coolest thing about Arceus is like you have like your hub world, your hub town, where you did all the side quests and stuff like that, and then you got to travel to different biomes and stuff. And um, some are uglier than than some, but
They're the most.
yeah,
Most are uglier than most.
yeah, that is true. But that was kind of like the cool thing is going to different regions and or
Yeah.
different biomes. Yeah, this one being the same, like just like you can go on rooftops and battle Pokemon. There's Pokemon certain areas where you can only. Yeah, it's weird. Like I'm not sure I love the direction they took the Legends game, but yeah, from what I've seen, the combat looks like it's like pretty solid. But yeah, I think I'm right with there with you. Like 4 or 5 hype level. Um, just really got to pay attention to I think reviews are super important for this one, more so than ever.
Oh yeah, yeah. This seems like a final straw for both of us.
It really does. Like I've been both of us have been so on the fence with Pokemon. Like we always end up getting them somehow or some reason. We end up playing them, but it's never like satisfying. It's ever really other than Arceus. I really liked Arceus, but every other one I'm just like, like this is extremely mediocre, and it shouldn't be because it's one of the highest. It's
One of the highest
one of the
grossing
biggest.
games.
Yeah, one of the biggest IPs in the world, and we continue to get mediocrity out of Game Freak. And when is enough? Like obviously it's never going to be enough with Pokemon because people are just nobody's going to boycott Pokemon. Nobody's not going to buy it. They're going to buy it. But man, I kind of wish that at some point it's kind of like Call of Duty, right? Like Call of Duty always sells well all the time,
Yeah.
regardless of like the quality of the game. And I don't know. We just don't ever see same thing. Obviously, Call of Duty looks incredible, like visually wise, but we haven't seen like a bunch of big changes in that franchise. And I guess they don't need to because the game still sells well. It's kind of the same with Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I think they did get a lot of backlash for Scarlet and Violet, and just based off of just because of the performance and the graphical fidelity. And it sounds like they're trying to kind of make good at some point in the future with Gen 10 or whatever it is, but yeah, it doesn't feel like they're making a lot of improvements with ZA. And the Switch 1 version is still going to be pretty terrible.
Yeah, that's the curious thing. I'm waiting is like how bad is that going to perform?
Yeah. Like the Switch 2 is kind of saving this game because without it,
yeah,
I feel like it would just not go over well. It wouldn't go over well at all with critics and the general public.
Yeah, and it's probably the same way like Metro Prime is going to be. Like it's probably not going to run The Metro Prime 1 ran really well. So I mean, maybe that's not gonna be the case with
Yeah.
Prime 4, but I expect obviously to run way better on Switch too. But
Mhm.
so yeah, I think we're kind of the same sentiment. Like we're, you know, it's Pokemon's fault at the end of the day. It's like their
Oh,
games
yeah.
have just been so mediocre and just not up to the standard we think it should be. Again, multi-billion-dollar franchise. You're only dropping $10 million, per game. Like, man, just put a little bit more effort in. I would appreciate it. But yeah, or it just could be our time to
Step away.
step away from Pokemon, and
That's fine.
that's fine. All right, let's dive over into the news. We're gonna go back a couple weeks. Xbox obviously had their Game Pass increase, added some incentives. If you're a Fortnite fan, you got like the monthly pass that they offer. So that's technically like a $10, $12 deal. I
Mhm.
guess that really only helps if you play Fortnite frequently. Well, but maybe it'll get you to dive in if you're continuing to be in a sub. But yeah, it went up from what $20 to $30. They added in EA stuff or Ubisoft stuff, I believe. Like they're adding a bunch of
Yeah,
Ubisoft games
Ubisoft
to the pass.
Classics.
So they're adding value to the service, but increasing it by 50%. So you and I have both canceled our subscription.
Yeah.
Um, and I think for me specifically is very telling of the times of Xbox. I've had Xbox Live and now Game Pass for 20 years since it originally came out.
Damn.
And when Halo 2, like I
What a
wasn't
show.
immediately, I wasn't like I didn't get Halo 2 immediately, but once I did, I obviously immediately got Xbox Live,
Yeah.
and have had it. I don't think I ever canceled it. I'm not. There could have been a time at some point where it got canceled, but I don't think I ever did. So I've had it for 20 plus years, and yeah, I'm not spending $30 a month. Like I may, when a game comes out that I really want to play, like maybe next year, when Gears comes out or something like that, I'll drop
Mhm.
the $30 and play it. But yeah, there's no longer a, because I mean to be fair, like I haven't played Game Pass in a while, really Xbox in a few months now.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't mind necessarily like that $20 coming out every month because I'm like, oh, if something drops that like I haven't played, like I'll at least try it out.
Yeah.
I don't have that luxury anymore with 30
30
bucks a month.
bucks.
Yeah,
$360 a year.
that's crazy.
That's like, I mean, that's 6 $60 games or what, like 5 $70 games. And I don't think I've played 5 Game Pass games this year.
No,
Like,
definitely
I haven't
not.
even tried 5 this year, I don't think.
And this is their best year like they've ever had in terms of like games. So yeah,
Mm,
I just don't think for me the value's there. Again, it's not to say that I won't go back to it, but yeah, for now, it's just too much for. I'm just not personally getting the value out of it
yeah.
anymore.
So here's what I've played this year. Avowed,
Yep,
South of Midnight,
yep,
Blueprints, which okay, Avowed's like $60. South of Midnight is 40.
40,
Blueprints is what, 20?
20,
20 or
30.
30. Expedition 33, that's 50. I played a bit of the Oblivion remaster. I think that was 50 as well.
Yeah, I played like maybe an hour or two
And I
of that.
think that's it. That's like 5 games, and none of them are, you know, none of them were like full $70 games.
Yeah,
And then I haven't played anything since then. So like, yeah, it's not really worth it. Again, like I will re-up Game Pass. Maybe I'll like go to Costco and get a Game Pass card for like $25 or $20 and
yeah,
do that rather than paying $30 a month to not play anything. Like,
yeah.
man,
That's the thing. It's like if there was something and they say there's going to be a ton of games coming out, but they've been saying that for a long time, and I just
mhm,
don't think Xbox. Uh, I don't know. I can't get the benefit of the doubt anymore. Like this is like literally the only year where they've like consistently put out some pretty quality stuff. Um, and Expedition 33 wasn't even published by them. It was just on Game Pass,
right.
which is awesome. Like that's again like there's value in Game Pass in that regard because, I mean, that's one of the best games of the year. One of the best games of like the last 10 years. Like, so there's value in that, and I understand that. But yeah, it's crazy, and
I'd
it's
almost
like,
rather bought it.
and it's $30 right before like Call of Duty comes out. Like, yeah, you know what I
Mhm.
mean. And like they're taking away like, are they taking away something in Call of Duty? Like they're not offering like credits anymore. I don't know. I think they're changing it up like or like the battle pass is not included. I don't think in Game Pass anymore. Like you have to purchase it. I'm not quite sure how.
Mm.
Anyways, so yeah, I just don't think the value is there anymore, and it's a shame. But
And the thing is, there comes to a point where like it doesn't matter how many games you add to the service. It doesn't matter how many hundreds of games are on there. At a certain point, like it's just not worth $30 a month because one, I only have so much time to play games in the first place.
yeah,
So like I'm never gonna play the slew of games that are on Game Pass. It's like that doesn't really matter. It's more about how much is it per month? Is it more than every other subscription that I have? Yes.
yes,
So obviously it's gonna be an outlier. It's gonna stand out, and it's gonna be the first to go.
yeah,
Like that's just the way it is. Like it can slide by at 20 because everything else is 20.
yeah,
Now it's like, holy shit, that $30?
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
crazy.
nuts. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I've had Xbox Live and Game Pass for years and years and years and years now. Not as long as you, but I've had it for a long time. And if you and I are both canceling, that's a
That's
bad
some.
sign.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. And we've had 2 price increases with consoles now with Xbox, and granted, we're already in it, so it's like it doesn't really impact us. But tariffs aside, man, like it's starting to feel very greedy. Like we're talking about like digital goods here, man. Like, and you're increasing the price of your service. We've had literal years of drought of Game Pass stuff. There's been some highlights with like Liza P. That's the third party
Mhm.
stuff. And now we're finally getting into the good stuff, and you're charging us. You're increasing.
Yeah, pay for the good stuff.
Yeah, but man, I don't know. Or at least grandfather us in. Like if we've been Game Pass subscribers for a while, like grandfather us
Seriously,
in.
dude.
Like it's insane. So they backtrack their $80 Outer Worlds 2 commitment. Obviously backtrack that back to 70.
Yeah,
They
because
tried.
4 people pre-ordered it
Yeah,
at $80.
yeah. So I don't know. Again, we always say vote with your wallet, and if you've deemed something not worth it, just don't buy it or wait for it to go on sale. And
Yeah.
I think that's where we're both at with Game Pass. So, all right, well, let's move on. I'm not gonna get to like the nitty gritty of the PS6 stuff, but some information came out about it. Apparently, it's supposed to release in 2027. I know that's technically, I mean, that is 7 years after the PS5 launched. It still feels too damn soon. Like I feel like we still
Yeah.
haven't gotten a lot of PS5 stuff, first party stuff.
And I think that's because generational run with PS4, a lot of like really great continuations of franchises and reboots of franchises. You had like Uncharted for Last of Us, God of War had its reboot on PS4, and then those all continued on PS5, but we have not gotten like a net new franchise on PS5
Yeah,
with the exception of like maybe Astrobot, which was already a franchise, like that already existed, but like we haven't gotten something to the caliber of a Last of Us
yeah,
or even like a Spider-Man. We just haven't seen that on PS5 yet. We've just seen sequels to the greatest hits of the PS4.
yeah.
So it just doesn't feel like we've like entered like that
And it's like
next gen.
what's Naughty Dog's new game? Intergalactic.
Yeah, Intergalactic, the
Like
Heretic.
that's gonna be a PS6 launch title. Like, come on, there's no way
You think
that's
so?
launching.
I
Yeah,
think it'll be PS5. I think it'll be PS5 in 2020, early 2027, and then it will come to PS6 with the new edition.
I like what you're. I like
in
it.
late 2027. Yeah,
The
yeah,
definitive edition.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we're getting like Wolverine like next year, which looks incredible.
Mhm.
Super excited for that. I mean,
And Saros looks pretty cool too.
which one is that one?
It's the
Oh yeah,
sequel
the
to
sequel
Returnal.
the spiritual sequel. Yep. Yeah, that looks really cool. So yeah, we're getting games like we just got Ghost of Yotei, which a lot of people like a lot. So I don't know. Maybe this generation is just kind of a wash, with the COVID era, the COVID years, and now we're getting to the point where the consoles should be coming down in price, but they're
They're
going up by 50%, 25%. And then just I guess like my main concern is just what the heck is going to be the price of this thing. Because I mean, if the Pro is already $750, the 6 is going to be $700, $800, and that just feels
at least
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like 500 was like almost like, okay, like this is a lot of money for a console,
right? Yeah, and the baseline is only getting higher as the price of the PS5 is increasing, like just like the Xbox Series X, like that. If that cost increases, like the Series X goes to, I mean, what is it up to now? 650?
650, yeah.
Then that means that whatever the next Xbox is going to be is at a base going to be like 700.
Yeah, and the ROG Xbox is what, $600 for the base model, and then $1,000 for the high end model.
Yeah.
Which I mean, $600 for, I guess, for the handheld stuff, like that doesn't seem like super egregious, because that's kind of in line with everything else. But yeah, this may be one of the first generations where I don't opt in early.
Well, you might need to, because it might increase in price.
That is true. That is true. And I mean, unless there's just like some killer apps where like you have to have it, it's not going to be cross-gen. But if it's anything like this generation, everything's going to be cross-gen. Like again, I played Ragnarok on the PS4 and it ran perfectly fine. So no issues there. So I don't know.
That's a good point. I think my main issue with PlayStation this generation is just they only have like 2 games a year.
Yeah.
And like this year just happened to be a year where I haven't gotten either one of them. I didn't get Death Stranding 2. I'm not going to get Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah.
But then you have the years with like Spider-Man 2.
Astrobot.
And last year with Astrobot and like
Silent Hill 2 last year.
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade was great.
Like, you have like really good like exclusives for PS5, but yeah, I hate that we're being so negative, but
I mean, that's kind of the way, like it feels, again, like I've never felt like I've been priced out of gaming, but it feels like that. Not necessarily right now, because I mean, again, we've already got all the consoles, so we're fine. But
right,
yeah, if they go, I mean, if the PS6 gets announced and it's $800, yeah, I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna pick that up.
No,
that's just insane. Same with Xbox.
Definitely same with Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox. Yeah, I'll probably just pass on Xbox. Series X is probably the last console I'm getting from Xbox.
Yeah.
So
damn.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. All right, let's move on to the best news of the year. My favorite fighting game of all time, DBZ Fighters, is getting new DLC in 2026. Just when we thought the game was dead. Not dead. It's still, people still play it.
When was the last time it got DLC?
Probably 2 years ago.
Jesus.
And it was just like a random like character.
Okay.
That was the last. Yeah, I think that was the last time. So, I mean, I would just like them to do a sequel. But
what do they do with the sequel? Like, where do they start from? Do they start
Yeah,
with
I don't know, because
this many characters?
there's so many characters in the game. Um, yeah, this game came out in 2018, so it's 7 years old, but
Yeah,
they're adding, like, a couple of Gokus from from
dude. Of course they are.
from Daima, the newest TV show. Which, I like that show a lot, so, I'm excited to see those characters, in the game, but yeah, that comes out in 2026, and then there was also, like, a balance update as well that came out on the 12th yesterday. Um, so yeah,
Is this getting rolled back?
it's had rollback for about a year now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought
Uh,
that was going to be like in the sequel or the next game.
yeah, no, yeah, that I think that got updated, I think sometime last year, I believe. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, very excited.
So,
Love that game. Love that game.
so presumably this means no sequel for a while.
I would say probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many characters are in this game? Like not counting like the 1,000 Goku variants.
So this isn't quite like Sparking Zero, where there's literally like every single variant
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Goku in it. There is like you do have like your
Goku
base Goku,
Black.
you have your Super Saiyan Goku, you have Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan 4, Goku Black,
Hmm.
Vegito. I mean, you have all like the main variations. Um, 30, probably 30 plus. I would
Oh,
say characters. Not yeah, it's not like Sparking Zero where there's like 100 characters in the game. It's
okay.
ridiculous. But these Dragon Ball Z games just have a tendency to live on forever. Like Xenoverse 2 is still getting DLC updates. And that game came out before Fighters. That game came out in like 2015. 10 years later, it's still getting, and granted, it's gotten all whenever the new shows come out, they add in the characters and stuff like that. But that game's still popular. I think it's more popular than Sparking Zero is, which came out last year. I just don't think that game hit as hard as people
Yeah.
wanted it to. Um, yeah, man, it's
Is
and then
Kakarot?
Kakarot's that's still getting DLC, so it's crazy.
Damn.
This game's they last forever.
And good for them. I mean, that means
Yeah,
people are playing and buying the DLC. So
they're like other than like Fighters, they're probably like the best 7 out of 10 games you'll ever play. They're so much fun. They are so much fun.
I need to play Kakarot.
Yeah, you should.
Does it have a Switch 2 version? I would love to play it on
It
Switch.
does,
I know it's
yeah.
on. Wait,
It's got
Switch
a
2
oh,
version?
I don't know about a Switch 2 version, but it does have the Daima edition,
On
which comes
Switch
with like
1.
which comes with all the DLC.
Okay.
It might have a Switch 2 version. I'm not sure, or maybe it's
Oh,
coming. Next up, Assassin's Creed. There was a game allegedly set after the events of the Civil War, but it was canceled due to political climate concerns. And
yeah.
then Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming to Switch 2, according to a French retailer. It makes sense, makes sense that it's coming to Switch 2. I get it with the political climate concern. I understand, but I feel like there could have been a really really cool
Yeah,
story
man.
to
This
tell.
this game sounded awesome. You play
Yeah,
as like a former slave, and
former
you're
slave.
taking on the KKK,
Yeah, that
essentially.
sounds fucking off. Like how I don't know rewarding would it be to do that like in a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of chicken out a little bit. And again, I get it, but like nobody. I mean, well, maybe not nobody, but I don't think anybody's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to kill the. It's.
Well,
I thought a
it,
really
it
cool
wouldn't be
story.
that. It would be people just calling it, oh, he's woke or whatever. But like, dude, that's like,
But it's history. I mean, that's what
it's
Assassin's
yeah,
Creed kind of like loosely based on history.
yeah.
But yeah, I thought that could be like one of the most interesting stories that Assassin's Creed could have done. And
Mhm.
that's like the whole point of Assassin's Creed. It's like again, like loosely based on historical events. So like why not?
Ah,
Yeah.
would have been
Could have
awesome.
been cool.
Was there any backlash to? I know this is way different, but like Far Cry 5 really like dived into kind of. Well, I guess it didn't. I think it didn't necessarily target any specific demographic. Well, I don't know.
I don't think it did. I think it was just like it was
Like
like
a cult
it was
almost.
like a cult. Yeah, it was like cult like
Yeah,
related. I don't think there was anything like I don't remember any sort of like racial
or like political.
or political issues. I mean, I think there was maybe some political stuff going on with that game. But racially, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
could be wrong. I don't know. I didn't play 5. I haven't played Far Cry since Primal.
Did you play 4?
Yeah, I played 4. 4 was really good.
Oh, 4 was before Primal, wasn't it?
Primal was after 4 because
Oh,
Primal
use
like
the same map.
used the same map. Yeah, just
So funny.
that game was really cool. I like that
Yeah.
game a lot. Nick, you want to read the next one?
Oh yeah, Expedition 33 has some DLC, some expansion stuff coming. I think next year. I don't think they explicitly said when it was coming. But it's gonna have like new biomes, obviously new bosses to take on.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna be like one of those DLCs where it's like you have to access it from like the main story, or if you access it via like a menu. I hope it's the latter because I started New Game Plus. Maybe I still have a save file that's like on my completed run, but
if you haven't played, how deep did you get into New Game Plus?
like just enough to get that mime at the
Okay, so
beginning of the
I
game.
did the same thing and I reverted back. So you should have
Still have that.
because I think it saves like 10 or 11, 12, something like that. So you should be able to get back.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I would imagine that's probably what it is. It's probably some sort of like painting or something. It's going to open up on the map and then you go to it.
And it's a new world.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Again, this is probably my game of the year right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still that damn good. That's just everything about this game is incredible. So yeah, going back to this, I was hoping they would do some DLC, even if it's not like huge, like expansion style, DLCs. Just give us some new bosses and stuff like that.
Yeah, and this game has sold 5 billion copies.
Yeah,
so far. Huge. That's incredible.
Yeah. So deserving.
Yeah, very excited. My friend Matthew is currently playing through this game. He's been playing through it for a few months, and he just got to Act 3 the other day. He texted me. He was like, "Dude, holy shit! Like, this changes everything."
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, man, it's absolutely incredible. I'm so excited that he's playing through it.
Yeah. The game is great. And then obviously the last up is the Pokemon leagues. We're not going to talk about every single league. There's a ton. I guess sort of some of the standouts to me is like the last couple of games only cost the Pokemon Company $10 to $13 million to make, which is absurd for return on investment here because like they're literally making like hundreds of millions and billions of dollars on this franchise, on these games. So good on them. But also, like, damn, maybe put in some more money. Maybe increase your team for Game Freak so we can get some better quality games. Is kind of where I'm at with that.
Agreed. I mean, Scarlet and Violet sold at least 25 billion. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but that puts it at like $1.5 billion of gross revenue. And I mean, the dev cost is just a fraction of that. If it's, somewhere between 10 and 15 million, like that's so crazy. And I know there's marketing costs as well, but.
And then the cards, man, like obviously the cards are based on the games. So they don't make new cards or they don't make new, like they wait for the new games to come out to start creating like the new series of cards, which I've obviously gotten into a lot more this year. So I kind of understand the craziness of that. And that's more popular than ever. So yeah, I just want better quality. Like Pokemon deserves to have better quality games.
It does.
But if obviously all the leaks and stuff that have come from Central Leaks over on X, but here's kind of like the layout that this person posted 3 hours ago. So 2025 to 2026 is the Mega Dimension era, which is obviously ZA and then the DLC. 2026 is Pokemon Wind and Wave. That's the apparently the new names of Gen 10. How do you feel about those names? I kind of like it.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
This one seems to it's going to have like MMO elements. Like it's going to be open world potentially. Is what it's looking like. I don't know if I trust Game Freak with an open world Pokemon game. Is it going to look worse than the games now? That's kind of my biggest concern.
There's a new graphics engine as well.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
And then that's Gen 10, and then 2027 is the Gen 10. The code name for Gen 10 is Gaia. So Gaia DLC in 2027. And then 2027 to 2028 is codename Ringo, which is the new Pokemon Legends game set in the Galar region.
Okay.
So you're looking at the Sword and Shield games for that era. 2020 in the UK. 2028 to 2029, codename Seed. It's an online multiplayer multi-region game. Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Kitakami. That sounds awesome. Like
that'd be sweet.
I don't think we've had a multi-region game since Gold and Silver, and you could go back to Kanto, I believe. Is it Johto's the original? I can't remember. You go back to the original region and play through that and fight your character from the first game.
Yeah,
which is awesome, and I don't think they've done that since. And then 2030 is Gen 11. So crazy that we got literally the entire roadmap of these games, and it sounds like it's pretty legit. Based off the leaks. Obviously, it's a leak, so take it for a grain of salt, of course. But
I mean, this
seems pretty
like,
plausible.
This is as leaked as you can get. I mean, yeah, this is reminding me of that Insomniac leak from
for Wolverine.
From a year ago.
Yeah, that was insane. Kind of a summary for Wind and Wave Gen 10 releases 2026, set in the Southeast Asia region. Island exploring, underwater exploring, open world. The main themes are infinity and survival in the jungle. Procedural generation for islands.
Okay.
Brand new graphics engine and Switch 2 exclusive.
Nice.
It sounds awesome. Like it kind of sounds like, I'm assuming obviously either you're traveling on a Pokemon or a boat or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds really cool. Like when Wind Waker maybe meets kind of Pokemon. Hopefully there's like weather events in this. Could be really, really cool.
That'd be cool.
So I'm trying to be positive. All this stuff sounds really, really awesome. Again, this is kind of like going a little bit kind of Zelda-esque. I feel like every like Nintendo franchise, we're always pointing out, okay, this is the Breath of the Wild moment. But in Pokemon Wind and Wave, the player will be able to challenge the final boss right away after getting the ability to traverse the sea, and will be able to defeat it and see credits. However, obviously, it'll be a lot more difficult. So again, sounds incredible. Pokemon Wind Wave, you get the seed Pokemon at the start of your adventure, and you must raise it to a certain level to be able to enter the island for the main legendary. The island is procedurally generated based on how trained the seed Pokemon is. The evolution for the seed Pokemon will be procedurally generated, including unique patterns for flowers and fractals. So every player will have a different looking seed Pokemon evolution.
Wait, this is for Gen 10?
Gen 10, yeah.
Okay.
I know it talks about seed Pokemon somewhere, like what that specifically is. Like, I mean, let me pull up my let me share a screen real quick. So just kind of again, I'm on Central League, so like this is like the water animation and stuff like that. For what, like, it looks good. Like that looks, for like an early build, looks solid.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see where it sees. I was talking about the remake. They were talking about like right here, like they were inspired by Xenoblade X.
Okay, you used to pitch the game. Wow.
So yeah, a ton of. I mean, again, go on Central Leaks and look at everything. There's so much stuff. It's honestly absurd how much
How
is
much
out
leaking?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really, really cool. Looks very promising. It looks more promising than I think any other Pokemon game has ever looked. Obviously, we're seeing behind the scenes stuff that's not meant to be seen, but from all the information,
Right.
it sounds like it could be a really, really cool game. So yeah,
Yeah. I'm hoping hoping these leaks are true. You know, hoping they're being really ambitious, both graphically and mechanically. And I'm just glad that Gen 10 is going to be switched to exclusive, and they're not trying to feed off of the Switch One still going
yeah.
into 2026.
Well, that's usually what the Pokemon Company does. Is they usually wait a year or two before they
Mm-hmm.
introduce the next generation of Pokemon because they want like a solid user base of the new system. And by the time this comes out in probably November of next year, there'll be a lot of Switch 2 owners on the market,
Yeah.
and potential customers. But yeah, I mean, this is what we wanted as a kid, right? Like the open world MMO style Pokemon game.
Yeah.
You know, with Arceus, we finally got to the point where like the catching mechanics are really great, and they kind of stepped back a little bit with Scarlet and Violet, where it wasn't quite as seamless,
Mm-hmm.
um, especially with like the battling. So this sounds like it's going to push it into an even farther direction of where we're kind of where we want it to be at.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, all promising stuff. Game Freaks just has to deliver, and that's the biggest what if, you know. That's the
Right.
biggest if.
And this kind of sucks for them that this all leaked out, because now there are expectations.
It's gonna be super high. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know how old this information is. It could have already pivoted. So we'll obviously just have to see. We'll have to wait for, Pokemon Day next year to see anything for Gen 10. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I have high hopes, but I have high expectations for
Yeah.
what Gen 10 is going to look like.
Yeah. I will say I did not read a ton of this stuff going into the show. So yeah, maybe if ZA doesn't do it for me, maybe this will, and I'll be bought back in.
Yeah.
But it sounds cool. It sounds really cool.
Just make it look and run good.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need. All right, Nick. Any final thoughts on any of the news stories, games, all that stuff?
What's your final Metacritic prediction for Pokemon Legends ZA?
I'm gonna say 84.
84. I'm gonna say 78.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Arceus was like right around that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 83.
Okay.
82.
Okay. All right.
It was pretty good.
84 and 78.
We'll see.
78 would be pretty a huge bummer.
Do either of us have this on Metacritic, on a Fantasy Critic?
Oh, that's a good question. I believe you do.
I think it'll get around a 92.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Well, then I hope it's good.
Hope it's good. I'm currently sitting at a 196, and you're currently sitting at a 165.
Jesus. What happened?
With so you've got Legends EA this week, and you've got Keeper, which I think Keeper should be a pretty high score. I've got Ninja Gaiden 4 next week. You've got Outer Worlds 2. I've got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake. You've got Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I've got Black Ops 7. You've got Korea Air Riders, Octopath Traveler 0, and then I've got Metro Prime 4.
Black Ops 7 could come back to bite you.
Yeah, it could.
It could.
Yeah, it definitely could.
And you still have 2 more games you could pick up.
I know. I did end up picking up Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and it got me 17 points.
I saw that.
So I snuck that in. Yeah.
I don't even know what games are left.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look what's trending. Arc Raiders, Ball and Pit.
Oh, that game looks pretty good, actually. I don't know.
Marvel
Skate Story's good.
Cosmic Invasion. I bet that'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just what's on the trending list. So, all right. Well, we'll be back next week. We appreciate everyone watching and listening to the show. If you can review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, greatly help us out. We'll be back next week, potentially talking about Pokemon. Maybe
We'll see.
If it ends up being good, maybe not. Either way, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the review scores.
Yeah.
See how it's hitting with people or isn't. So we'll definitely talk about that. Other than that, we will see you next week. Bye bye.